But I wanted to show you a couple of different things before I go too far. Here's the display in the catalog. It's on page 128 and 129. And there's also more on page 130. So there's like a ton of stuff that goes with this suite. It's really, really awesome. All right, so let's get started. We are going to start with this card. And I made it a little bit different color this time. And we're going to start with some So Saffron for the background instead of Balmy Blue. And then I have Pear Pizzazz. And then this is Very Vanilla. Oh, you can see this is what happens when you don't pay attention. And it is with Balmy Blue ink on Very Vanilla cardstock. And this is the awesome stamp set, handwritten. It's one of our big background stamps. These do come in clear, but I actually like the wood better. Hi, Peggy. My cousin's watching. How cool. I like it on wood better because the block to hold this size stamp, I think it's heavier than the piece of wood. So just a tip. Anyway, I love this stamp. So that is what is on the background here. And forgot to grab my adhesive. Here we go. Now I'll be a little bit ready. So that's how I got started with this. And I'm just going to attach this to the back. And you all know how to use snail. Let me know if something is not on screen, because I can't really see it with the way my little holder thing works. All right, so now this is how you get started. I cut the entire thing out of Pear Pizzazz, and that is the, what did I move it to? Here it is. That is this piece, this awesome die. So I cut the whole thing out of Pear Pizzazz, and then I cut it again out of So Saffron to get all of these flowers. And then I just put little cardstock around for that last one. And I purposely held on to this last piece so I could show you guys. Thank you. So I could show you guys basically what I do. See how this is, this came from here. And so I just start to trim it away, and I got it down to just one spot because, you know, I don't like doing things on camera when you guys are watching me. So, and then I'm just going to glue that in place. Now, the easiest way to glue these is with your silicone sheet. And I know that we have that awesome adhesive sheet, but honestly, when I'm doing this, I like to do these things better. So I take our liquid glue, and I keep in a baggie a sponge and a sponge dauber that I use just for this particular technique. So this way I can put this on my finger, squeeze a little bit out onto my silicone mat. Don't need a whole lot when you're down to just one flower. Then I'm going to flip the flower over, and you can tell what's upside down. Thanks, Diane. You know, it's a process learning how to go live on Facebook. And then you just see, can you see what I'm like, just smearing it with adhesive. And don't worry about what's on the front. You know, does it change the color a little bit? A little, but you know how I feel about perfection. It is extremely overrated. And then, oops, I moved that too soon. I like to put this back onto a silicone. I actually, to be honest, I use 2 silicones usually when I'm doing this. And then you just find your matches and you lay them down. And there you go. There you have it. Now, you're probably wondering, how messy is this? Well, this was a piece that I had done before. And all you have to do is rub, and the adhesive turns into what I professionally call a giant booger. Because, you know, that is what it looks like. And it's going to be stuck to my finger. Okay, now I'm going to flip that over, use some more of this, and I'm going to just put some more adhesive on here. I'm probably going to need more than I squirted out the first time. I know this is, I would sing, you know, to entertain you guys, but you would all quickly leave this Facebook Live if I started singing. I used to go to church with Donny Osmond many, many years ago when I was, early 20s. And I was sitting next to him in our sacrament meeting, singing a hymn. And he leaned over and said, no, please don't be offended by this, because we used to just joke each other all the time. It wasn't like we were romantically involved or he was trying to be mean. But he said to me, Sister Petrowski, which is my maiden name, you can't carry a tune in a bucket with a lid on it. So sadly, that is not a lie. But don't be mad at Donnie. He was just being honest. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to let it hang off just a little bit. It's okay with me if it does. And then just press it down. And then I'm doing a little bit different ribbon than on my original. On the original one, I used the pretty white classic weave ribbon underneath the beautiful, I've got to order some more of this because I'm like using it like a crazy woman. Can y'all see the polka dots? And you can color the polka dots with a Stampin' Blends. So just so you guys know that that's what I did. I just kind of, and that's why I have blue polka dots on that card. But I'm not going to do that one on this today. We are actually going to use, and I pre-stamped because y'all know how to stamp. Whoa! Sorry about that. Whew, woke me up. Hope I didn't scream in your ear, although I might have. Okay, so I am going to use, this time, I'm going to use this awesome ombre ribbon. And just going to pop that off. And this is how I get my ribbon to stick. Because I know I'm putting something over the top of it, I just find basically where it's going to be. And then I lay it across where I think I'm going to want it. And then I can just press it into those little adhesives that I just put on the back there. And then I just go back. Just a small little tip. Your card will be a little sticky. And after it's been sitting, because of the liquid adhesive, it stays pretty sticky. So after you have it setting for a while, you may want to use like one of those adhesive picker-upper things. They look like a giant eraser. Okay, and then this is going to go on with some mini Stampin' Dimensionals. You see how easy that was? I mean, obviously you guys didn't see me cut everything out, but it's still really easy just to go ahead and put this card together. Doesn't really take any time. It's the snipping that takes time. And then, there you go. So you can see it's the same card, but this one is much softer and this one is much brighter. Now, the last thing that I did on this was I decorated the envelopes, and we don't want our envelopes to go out into the world naked because, you know, how rude is that? And we don't want to embarrass our postal carriers. So, shoot, where is it? Oh, here it is. I cut out one of them with just some regular cardstock. And I think this is really pretty. I would definitely use this on a card front. But today I am going to just hold it in place and then grab my balmy blue and a quarter of a Stampin' sponge, and I'm just going to start dabbing. And it's going to look different than it did on the other one. Well, this is a little bit darker. I think I'm pressing a little harder today than I did the last time. But you can see you use it like a mat. And there you go. It's subtle. It's not, I didn't worry about it being perfect. If you're really worried about that, take more time. Thanks, Peggy. But now you have a matching envelope, and you can still write the address. And it's just a little bit more fun. And you see it looks totally different. The colors even look different because it's on vanilla. So It is balmy blue. This is balmy blue. Both of them are balmy blue. It's just because one is on Whisper White and one is on Very Vanilla. It's the same with these two. Both balmy blue. It's the difference on the vanilla and the white. So that's how easy that card is to make. So let me know if you have any questions about that. Thanks so much for coming by and watching with me. I will be back again next Thursday for Thursdays with Karie. Bye, everybody. Thank you.